That's how clear Kampala is. Wow, here people can freely move. They're freely walking. This is where you should get your next phone from. A1 phone. Majestic Plaza. I'm on top of the shops. I hope this camera still functions. It has not been so many days after the eviction. They are currently putting manure, and some places have already received some grass already. Yeah, that's how fast they are doing it. And I also want to remind you, I saw so many comments of people saying, now that everything is exposed, it is time to build these parts like this. Yeah, I see there is something that is happening. I see some papers around here. That simply means the work is starting. And these are the KCCA cleaners. So they are going to always be around, those ones in reflector jackets. So here, I think it's maybe the landlord that has put the things here, the bricks here. These are pavers that are going to be paving this very area. Yeah, I hope we shall see a change very soon. And most of these gardens have been excavated very well to allow the replantation of grass to happen. And I've also put some holes for trees. They've dug them up already for trees to replace the trees that like here they've already dug. They're going to be replacing the trees that got out. That's where the container was, the URA container was. Wow. So they are already planting grass. Hear him saying that you can right now run. The other time it was very hard to run through the streets. Now it is very easy for one to run through the streets. So these people are planting grass right now to bring back the green belt. Yeah. Now this bicycle has been impounded, or motorcycle has been impounded. The guys are big-headed. They always tell them to pass the other side. Sorry. And they force things. So he was riding the client, I think probably going to pay them only 5,000. Now he's going to be fined. The bike has been taken. So the next thing that we are going to be fighting is the dust, because every other time it rains it becomes brown. The water is always brown. So that is the other thing we are supposed to be fighting, but I hope it will be fought. The rubbish guys are really doing their work. Wow, here people can freely move. They're freely walking. We are walking along what used to be the water channel. So along here is where the water channel used to be, and we now have shops. On the opposite, that's where we had Mukwano Arcade, and it is being demolished. Part of it has been demolished, part is still around, so that's what we have there. And this truck is bringing more stones for construction. This is the road into the stadium. This is the structure they are building around Mukwano, where Mukwano was. This is what they are replacing it with. So they are demolishing side by side and they build. This side is called, it's the new one that is called City Base. So he bought Mukwano and he called it City Base. For your information, this is Chikubo. I now want to take you towards Kampala Road. You see how Kampala Road looks like after this whole situation. So some of the people you see standing are the vendors that used to operate from within these spaces, and now they only stand here and intercept any client that they do by chance. Oh my God. This whole street had vendors in it. I had not seen this. It had vendors in it, like they had all packed in here. All were taken away. I didn't even know that there was a shop here. most of them were taken away. Not most, they were all taken away. The ones that used to sit here and here, they had structures that would sit here. Wow. So all these damages, it's time to fix them. The shop owners here used to pile up their saucepans, the utensils, and bring them out of the shops. We literally used to pass through here jumping. All these shops would bring their materials out. I think some of them have closed or in protest, I don't really know. Yeah, all these shops had their merchandise brought out. They're forced to put them back inside. Like these ones here, they had everything out. They still have a few out. I hope they'll be putting them back inside. There were so many mamukes, I call them mamukes. Those Arul, West Nilers, they used to be here, so many of them. We used to just tiptoe through the streets here. Now it is time to build them. Now that they are naked, it is time to build them. All these. Yeah, in all the videos I dropped, I had not come this way. I'm finally coming here, and I've realized most of them were taken off the streets. This is something good, something nice. This is at the back of King Fahad. I've seen people that are advocating for the scrubbing of these pavers. Most of these are old. You scrub them, they just melt down. Maybe they need to be replaced, and we have like these ones. Those ones can be scrubbed. For these, if you scrubbed them, I guess they'll just melt down. The potholes. one coming from the opposite direction. Someone complained about this kiosk, this one here, and they were like, it should also go. I thought it had gone, it was the other side, they just shifted it to here. Hope it goes. And there were crazy women that used to sit on this pavement, and whenever you got up there, they would look in a dangerous position. They would sit on the pavement with their baskets of mangoes, oranges, and whatever they were selling. Whoa! They can never slow down. This is not Rwanda, it's not Ethiopia. Oh, this place is clean.
Yesu Kristo yafirira omwono nyinga gwe nange fena twali twafirira mu bibi ng'obuzaliramu obw'ekibi ekya Adamu bwe buli.
So I also saw comments of people saying that the street preachers should as well be regulated or just forced off the streets. Some were saying if they were forced off the streets, it's fighting against the religion. But I think it's not. Rwanda has chased them away and they are there. So we need to set limitations and regulate them. Yeah, also Mtasa is free. Look at this. Usually you have so many here. Now this one is selling things to do with Islam. So people that are selling Bibles, rosaries, they usually don't go off. This structure is also complete. It is called the Center Point. It was under construction or renovation because they just continued from wherever it had stopped. Then this. So I was in town by 6 a.m. and several borders had been impounded already that were using this corridor. Some escaped, but those that were impounded were taken at the Central Police Station. That's how serious they are. This crazy guy. throwing cards around. So we only expect bikes to be using this lane, not borders, not motorcycles, but bicycles.
Abantu bangi nnyo bazze ne beebuuza ku bikwatagana ku byobulamu era abantu bangi nnyo bayambiddwa nnyo nga bakozesa Tianchi Healthcare products. Bwe tunaaba tukebera obulwadde bwe tukebera tujja kugaa tumukebera bwe tutakebera